Hey guys, so Austar, A-U-S-T-A-R, has a scale truck. It's on eBay. It's for under $100 shipped. A buddy of mine, Gary, bought this and asked me to do a review on it. I'm like, sure, I'll review it. So here it is. Now it comes with this right here put together, and it's got metal shocks and really bad caster on the front end. Well, we'll just have to look at this a little closer. So far it's not looking good. The Austar Super Swamper Rocks tire. This is their knockoff of the Hyrax. I actually tested this a while back, and I know that these can work okay, but they also wear out fast, especially in high traction situations. So also comes with wheel hubs that go on there. Now I do notice the wheel hex part is really thin, so it's quite possible if the truck can make enough power that it can strip that wheel hex out pretty easy. It's got a servo mount and front bumper assembly. Here's the front bumper. It's quite flexible. So here are the mounts. Those are aluminum. Now he sent me some things to complete this. Now I've got a Hobbywing 1080 ESC. He sent me that with it, and a Tactic radio. I'm assuming this probably came out of an Axial truck or something like that. And the best part of this, the J Concepts creep body. I might be embarrassed to put this body on this chassis. We'll just have to find out. But anyway, let's get this thing on the table and dig into it. Take a look. It looks like they tried to mimic the Axial 10.2, but not quite. They didn't quite get it. I mean, it does have a 35 turn motor that you can change brushes in. It says modified. Well, all right. More than likely, it's got the plastic gears in the transmission, metal drive shafts, really small bore metal shocks. Now the drive shafts are a hex drive design, so yeah, I've had good and bad luck with that design. Sometimes it likes to bind up. Now the drive shaft pins are held in with a little spiral lock, and they are quite a bit loose from the factory, so that's not exactly a good thing, but it doesn't mean that they won't work. I have had spiral locks in the past actually catch on rocks and stuff, and they'll actually just kind of spiral unlock. Now I'm going to open up the rear diff just to take a look at the axle gears, see what they are, see if they look like a quality material. Yeah, let me see. Now the front. Notice we have a 4-link front design with a panhard, which looks like it comes from the passenger side. So, yeah, okay. Now, the 4-link, and then with a chassis mounted servo, you're going to get bump steer. There's no way around it. You can get it set to where the drag link is close to the level at ride height, and, you know, kind of make it not seem so bad, but there's still bump steer. The arcs just simply don't match. Now, this is the caster issue. Look at this. That's horrible. So basically, when you go to turn, when you're driving, your front tire is going to be leaning forward. This tire here is going to be leaning like, like that. So that's really not good. This should be back that same amount. And I don't believe it makes a bit of difference. I have looked at this pretty well. I don't believe there's a bit of difference as far as being able to, turn them back. I mean, I will take one side loose just to verify that, and I'll show you guys what I find on that, but I kind of have my doubts that it's adjustable. Who knows? It might be. Anyway, let's go ahead and dig into this thing a little bit.
Got the C-hub off, and as you can see, it won't make a bit of difference to change sides. Still just really bad caster.
Got it apart. There's your pinion gear. That is a little screw that holds it together. I actually tried to take it loose, but that screw is in there pretty darn tight. That's a 15-tooth pinion gear. Now the ring gear or diff locker is actually 38-tooth. So the ratio is 2.53 to 1. So yeah, it's not the best. Now inside there is actually a metal locker or a spool or drop-in locker or something like that. So that's a good thing. Got the bearings. Here are the axle shafts, square to match up. And otherwise, pretty standard. I'm assuming the metals are decent, maybe. I mean, I think the ring gear may be a little bit better than the pinion gear. So, anyway, they are what they are.
So now it's time to start installing things. We're going to start with the steering servo and the bumper mount and the bumper. Servo and bumper are in place. I guess it looks okay. Remember the whole bump steer thing I mentioned earlier? That is 4-link with a drag link style steering. That's unavoidable. Like I said earlier, you can mitigate it a little bit, but I really don't think it's worth the time and effort on this truck.
Well, let's listen to this thing.
I haven't set up the ESC yet, but it is calibrated. That steering is just going to be a nightmare. Then again, it may work fine on the rocks. Who knows? We'll find out soon. I did not see any body mounts in the package, so I'm going to let him take care of mounting the body. We're just simply going to drive it like this and hopefully it don't break. Also, normally I run 3S on my crawlers. My confidence is not very high with this truck, so I'm just running a simple little 2S right there. And the first climb. You can definitely tell it's warming up here in Florida. My bird population is coming back. I'm not going to break it off of that. Wow. Ugh. You know, sometimes I can drive a truck and I can tell, immediately whether it's going to be worth it, whether it's going to have some potential. I'm kind of thinking the best thing about this could be the ESC and servo. Not trying to be mean, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's see if I can get it all the way across the rocks here. I've done this many times with many different vehicles. So I'm gonna have to assume that yes, it will make that. Wow. Oh. All right, first rollover. As I'm driving this, I'm really trying my best to find the good in this, and I'm just not seeing it. just not seeing it. I don't even know if this will be something good for, you know, like a 6-year-old for Christmas. I kind of think if you did give this to a 6-year-old for Christmas, 6-year-old's probably just going to destroy this thing pretty easily. All right, we're going to go ahead and try to finish this, and then I'm going to call it quits on the drive part of this. The birds are a-singing. Oh shoot, no, whoa, whoa, woo! Okay, I was gonna try to catch that with my foot. We are gonna complete this, I hope. And that concludes the driving part. Wow. Well, now it's really done.
I've set the body on here. I'm not going to mount the body on it. Gary can do that. I really don't like fail videos, but I cannot recommend this to anybody at all for anything. I just can't do it. Now the Hobbywing 1080 ESC, phenomenal. Love that ESC. The 35 kg servo, also an awesome servo. They're both relatively cheap and expensive. I believe it's about around 40 bucks for the servo, 40 for the ESC, so they're about there. Now I was running on 2S, I'm used to 3S, so the motor felt weak, but that could have been the 2S versus my normal 3S. But guys, I just can't recommend this one. So hopefully Gary can somehow find a place or a way to make this thing worth the cost. If you're looking for something cheap like this and you don't want, you know, portals, just get your Axial RTR. Or if you want to build something cheap, get the builder's kit. That's what the Superlight is built off of. The Axial 10.2 builder's kit. And this thing is awesome. So the other option will be a TRX4 Sport by Traxxas. So I will put links in the description to all of those, but I'll put a link to this, but just go check it out. And when I mentioned at the start it was about $100, that was without the tires. He actually spent about $120. Anyway guys, hopefully you liked the video. Check that description. There are affiliate links in there. If you have something in your eBay cart or Amazon cart, click one of my links in any of my videos. Go there, check out. Every little bit helps. I'm also offering channel memberships if you want to contribute a little more directly to the channel. So guys, thank you all for watching.
If you guys like the channel and want to help it out a little bit, you can click that join button and actually become a channel member. Members get special privileges, maybe even some member giveaways. So make sure you check that out. And as always, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you guys for watching.